Earlier today, we mentioned the XFL, the all-XFL team with Abram Smith, the running back, playing in a championship game this weekend from D.C., and Jordan Williams, former Paris High and Baylor linebacker of San Antonio, also a first-team selection, and he joins Paul Craig, and I'm David Smoke on 365 Sports. Jordan, it just seems like maybe things have opened up for you, and why and how did you have the kind of success you had this year?
Oh man, also, man, thank y'all for having me on, man. Really appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Miss you guys.
Yeah, no doubt.
But yeah, man, it's kind of just it's been a full circle moment, coming out there in 2020 with COVID hitting, no pro day, not a lot of opportunities. Things kind of just hit the fan the last few years, man. And I was up in Canada playing, didn't work out, and man, this opportunity came around, bro, and I just tried to take full advantage of it, man. I wasn't done yet. I wasn't ready to hang it up yet. So,
have you gotten looks from NFL teams, or has people called you after seeing what you put on film for San Antonio this year? I mean, you led the entire league in tackles for loss, and I believe total tackles.
Yes, sir. Total tackles by at least 20. I had to throw that in there. But yeah, man, I have some guys reaching out right now. I know a lot of they said that a lot of transactions will be happening more around, once after these OTAs happen and stuff like that. So I'm getting calls and getting some looks right now. Nothing set in stone. So just still, out on the market, man, trying to get there.
Good deal, Jordan. Great to see you have some success, man. But just, when you hear the name XFL up until here recently, it's kind of like oh, man, people had this memory of what it was the first time around or even the second time around a couple of years ago when it didn't last very long. And here it is. It's back. The Rock's, the guy in charge now. Just what's the experience been like from the players' perspective? Just going through this season, the kind of coaching you've had, the venues, all that kind of stuff. What's that XFL experience been like from a player's point of view?
Oh man, it's been honestly, I mean, just seeing it happen over the years, we really didn't get to experience it a lot because COVID happened too. Honestly, this year, man, just being around like the coaches that Heinz has put together, or Coach Ward. Like we got guys like Joey Porter, Paul Spicer, Jim Herman. These guys are reputable names that have been in the NFL doing coaching, playing. Shoot, Coach Ward has did everything, as a young kid that plays football wants to do in life. So being around these type of guys and just being able to pick up on everything that they give us, just little game, man, just talking to us. It's hard. It's easier to play for a guy, that has done everything, but then it's also harder because they know all the BS. They know, what I mean? They've done it all. They done said it all the excuses. So, man, and just the environment playing, we had a lot of fans at most of our games, man, and shooting, just going out playing against some talent, and shooting. I got to play against John Lovett and Abram. Oh, that was so fun, man.
I bet it was. You mentioned those who are on staff. Joey Porter, the former great for the Steelers. His son was just drafted a couple of weeks ago. What advice, what knowledge and insight did he give you?
Oh, man. It's a long talk, to be honest, but I will say that I went to him at the very beginning of this whole thing in January. I really sat down with him, man, and expressed like my concerns about, like, not concerns, but just more of like the PTSDs I've had, like, not just thinking it's not going to work out, being negative and just not having the confidence in myself. And man, I sat down and talked to him, and shoot, the rest is history now, man. That guy right there just really just pushes you to be better in yourself and really stand on who you are and the things you're good at. So all the other stuff doesn't matter as long as you're good at what you're good at. And man, and you see it in his son, man. His son is a dog, bro. So that guy right there, that's my dog. I love JP to death.
What did he say to you about money? Did he I saw a quote in a paper, an article about you, about what kind of money did you want to earn?
Oh, absolutely. Yes, sir. Oh no, that wasn't Coach Ford. That was Coach Chamberlain, our DB coach. Yeah, he sat me down one day, man, and looked me in my eyes. He was like, this is like third, fourth week into the season. And he's just like, man, you remember when you guys were first getting here trying to make a team, trying to feel your way out? He's like, how hard you guys were playing? He's like, now, did you lose focus? Or he's like, are you here to make your $50,000 or are you here to make $750,000? And that really just sparked something in my mind. Like, he said, you're not playing bad, but you could be playing a whole lot better if you remember what your goal was. And that right there shocked it all into into play, you know, and I tried to just go out there and put everything on the line. Like, this is my last opportunity to ever put these cleats on.
While he was still a player, Heinz Ward one time in Sports Illustrated was voted one of the dirtiest players in the league. Well, I think that's a bit of a compliment because they used to say that about John Stockton in the NBA.
Yep.
And basically it was he's really good at irritating you. How does that translate to his attitude and maybe a feistiness as a head coach?
Oh, man. So he brought it up, man. You know what I'm saying? He fell in love with cracking back on people, man. We talked about it. Dirty player against defense, man. But yeah, man, it just, the intensity, man, just like, it's just details. Everything, he's just about winning, you know? I mean, he wants to care for us as players, but he's all about getting us to where we want to go. You know, he's like, man, you guys want to be in the league, so I'm gonna get you there. I'm gonna try to get you there. He took care of us at practice, and he just really just pushed us to be a better collective team and just really just focus on all the details. Now, the aggressiveness, yeah, he'll come in, man, you know, and like the thing is, like, when you play with players or when you play for a coach that plays, they talk to you like they're still players, you know, so you're not getting like the runarounds. You're getting the exact truth up front in your face. We had a thing, Tell the Truth Monday. We sit down and we watch the film together and we calling out everything, you know, and that type of intensity is what, you know, made him Hall of Famer. So I've been into everything.
Did he ever brag about being the only player to survive Bane's attack on the stadium in The Dark Knight Rises?
Hey, we put it up in a meeting one time. Honestly, that was probably, I would say that was his best play right there.
Jordan, what's it like to see some of your buddies around the league, whether it's Baylor guys or others that you just grew up playing with, but in particular, Abram Smith having a pretty big year?
Bro, what? Abram did his thing this year, man. John Lovett did his thing, and so did Jalen McClendon. These guys, like, I love it because we're all out here on the same mission. You know, even the guys that I've known at the NFL Alumni Academy, guys that I met in Canada, we're all on the same hunt. We all have that same hunger. And it's good to be around those type of guys because you feel like you're the only one sometimes. And actually seeing that happen in front of your face and, like, other guys telling their testimonies and their stories about where they've been and how things have went for them, it makes you feel a little bit better. And it also makes you feel like, man, I got to go harder because this guy's still going hard too, And it just gives you a sense of belonging. But it was really fun to see John, Abram, and Jalen, man. We talked throughout the whole entire game. It was like we practiced against each other, but playing them is a whole different thing. Those guys are dogs.
Yeah, they both had Abram, of course, led the league easily like you did. He led in rushing yards like you did in tackles. So you told me when you texted me back about a segment that you were getting a break from painting. So what are you doing? Is this you painting your house or what are you doing?
So right next to our hotel in San Antonio, there's a sports bar next door, and they're having a thing in San Antonio where they're pushing a lot more art downtown. Mm-hmm. So they saw that. Actually, a lot of games they asked me about my art and my page and stuff. So they posted a lot of my paintings and stuff like that. So one of our media guys reached out and now they was like, man, so it's a Brahma and he can paint. So it's like, might as well leave a mark on San Antonio and let him paint the sports bar next door. So I'm doing a mural on Maddie McMurphy or Moody McMurphy right next door.
Can you send me at least portion of what you've done so far where I could put it up on the show TV screen that we're on?
Absolutely. We'll do.
Just text it to me and I'll put it up and let everyone see what you're doing and how you're doing it. How much have you been able to keep up with Baylor? Obviously, they had the tremendous team 2 years ago. Last year, they took a step back, which has kind of been the roller coaster. Your thoughts about Dave Aranda and what you've seen?
Oh, man. So me and Coach Aranda were able to have a conversation right before COVID hit, still at Baylor training and stuff like that. Oh, man, I just love what he stands for, man. The guy is just a good-hearted dude that cares about his players. And at the same time, he's implementing, like, good football, man. So he's bringing in the right guys to fit his mold. And, hopefully, it goes exactly the way it needs to. They have the great coaches still there. They still got Coach Bell. They still got Coach Wessel. So I know those guys are, they're excited for the season. They're probably going to put out a great product this year. And with Aranda, man, he's just going to keep leading them to the promised land. So I hope, man, not hope. I know they're going to do good. But, I hope everything just kind of goes the way that they wanted to for the season.
Jordan, thank you for your time. Congratulations on the year you had. Good luck with what's on the horizon. And also send me those pictures or a picture of the artwork. We'll put that up for our audience to be able to see, which is coast to coast. We appreciate you. Continued luck with what you're doing.
Hey, man, thank you all. Miss you guys.
Yeah.
Hey, best of luck to you and everything, man. I appreciate it.
You have always been among the absolute best when it comes to a segment with a player when you were at Baylor, even when you came out and committed it from Paris to Baylor and also where you are now. Thank you, Jordan Williams of the San Antonio Brahmas for being on with the show today. Great personality.
Yeah, and that's